This is the all-new Raspberry Pi 5, which is almost 2 times faster than its previous generation. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run ChatGPT like LLMs on Raspberry Pi 5. I will be using a tool named Ollama that helps us run large language models locally. You can run LLAMA2, CodeLLama, TinyLLaMA 5, and other models on Raspberry Pi 5. Now, all you need for this tutorial is a Raspberry Pi 5 with 4 gigs or more RAM and a 32 GB or larger SD card with faster read and write speeds. Now, firstly, to run LLMs locally on the Raspberry Pi 5, install an operating system onto the SD card. Download and install Raspberry Pi Imager depending on your computer's operating system and connect the SD card to your computer. Now select the Raspberry Pi 5 as the device and choose operating system. For simplicity, I will use Raspberry Pi OS 64-bit Lite Edition. Then select the storage device and choose your drive. Since we're installing the Lite Edition of Raspberry OS, it's crucial to enable SSH during boot. This allows remote connection to the Pi 5 within a network. To do so, click on Next and choose this option to tweak some settings. Set the hostname to identify the Raspberry Pi 5 on a network. Then set the username and password. You can enable wireless LAN and provide a valid SSID and password for automatic Wi-Fi connection, but it's recommended to use an Ethernet cable for internet connection. Now set the locale and click on Save. Then click on the setting. Take this option to enable SSH. Then click on Write to flash the OS to the SD card. Now after flashing, remove and reconnect the SD card. Inside my computer, look for the bootfs partition and locate the config.txt file. You can overclock the Raspberry Pi 5 by adding some arguments to this file. This will improve the speed of LLM output. In my case, I have overclocked the CPU to 2.8 GHz, GPU to 700 MHz, and the voltage is set to 3. Keep in mind that overclocking requires an official power supply or any other fast charger that is capable of delivering 3 amps or more. Once it's done, save the changes. Now remove the SD card from the computer and insert it into your Raspberry Pi. Connect the power supply and turn it on. To connect to the Raspberry Pi remotely, use command prompt or terminal on your computer. In my case, I'm going to use command prompt. Type ping-4 Raspberry Pi 5.local. Here Raspberry Pi 5 is the hostname that I set to my Pi. Now running this command will display the IP address associated with that hostname on the network. Now as you can see, this is the current IP address assigned by Wi-Fi router. Alternatively, you can use a tool called Advanced IP Scanner to find the IP address of Pi 5. Now type SSH space Pi 5 ampersand and the IP address of your Raspberry Pi 5. And enter the password. Now edit the SSH configuration file to extend the idle timeout limit for SSH connections. Uncomment the 2 specified lines. Now set the client alive interval to 1 million to keep the SSH connection active for several hours. Once you have made these changes, save them. Then run this command to update the system. That's it. Now we're done setting up an operating system on Raspberry Pi 5. It's time to set up Ollama. Head over to the Ollama website using a web browser. Currently, Ollama is available for macOS and Linux. Click on the download button, choose the Linux version, and install it by pasting this code into the terminal. Once it's done, you may notice it says no NVIDIA GPU detected and Ollama will only run in CPU mode. Just don't worry about that. To verify that Ollama is running in the background, you can type this command to check the running status of the service. Now type Ollama space list. This will show all the installed LLMs on your Raspberry Pi 5. To understand the usage of the Ollama, you can type this command. Now let's go ahead and start downloading the LLM and see how it works. Head over to this page again, click on models, and you can see there are many models available. You can choose LLaMA 2, Mistral, CodeLLama, and more. But all these models are very large and Raspberry Pi 5 cannot handle them as intended. So based on my experience, TinyLLaMA works exceptionally well on Raspberry Pi 5. Let's go ahead and copy this code and paste it into the terminal. You can also use this command to download TinyLLaMA. Then I'm going to type this command to run this model in verbose mode, and you can see the prompt has changed. Let's go ahead and interact with this model. I'm going to type tell me an action story in 100 words and see how it works. Alright, you can see the speed of the output is much faster than I expected. Anytime you can stop the generation by pressing Ctrl+C, which takes you back to the prompt. Now let's ask a complex arithmetic expression and see if TinyLLaMA can evaluate a value from it. This is the prompt that I'm going to execute. And you can see it explained a lot rather than giving an output value. It took around 44 seconds to complete the output. Let's see if this model understands the context. This time, I'm going to ask for the value of the given expression and see what it's going to do. Okay, now the output is much better than the previous one. I also tried running the Mistral 7 billion model, but it takes a lot of time to generate an output. I guess it's because of the less RAM on my Raspberry Pi. Overall, I would say TinyLLaMA and Phi are the two models that I noticed run much faster than other models in my testing. That's pretty much it. This is how you can run LLMs locally on your Raspberry Pi 5 using Ollama. Let me know what do you think about it in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. This has been KSK Ryle. I will see you in the next one.